Hello, soldiers. My name is Commander Cyrious. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Arsenal update is wonderful, but it has not been all roses and rainbows. G15 errors have plagued people logging into Emerald, and Connery faces a problem of ongoing heavy-duty server lag. We gotta get it fixed before it wipes out the gains of the Arsenal update. Let's chat about how you can help, among other things. See you, Planetside. Also, I didn't really want to make a video on this. When you release a patch, some bugs are expected. And ideally, it just means PPA rounds are massive, not that big a deal. Unfortunately, since Arsenal update, it has been massive lag all the time for Connery. The fact that it is just Connery makes me assume that it is something to do with maybe some server changes that happened at the time, not specifically the patch, or you feel like you see it across all servers. But we are just about to hit the 2-month mark with these issues. Most of the big name outfits on Connery have already shifted to Emerald, because that's the only option they have. The migration is starting to reflect that of login side on Briggs. First, I want to get something obvious out of the way. The guy plugging in codex entries doesn't have the first fucking clue how to fix this. I realize it's meant to be a meme, but it's not very helpful. It gives this air that gamers think that, oh, if you just take all of your resources and throw it at the problem, that will solve it. No, your team really only has certain people that have the capabilities and knowledge to actually work on a problem like this. So to suggest the development of Planetside 2, especially development that designers do, that doesn't have bearing on how the servers run or operate day to day, should stop dead in its tracks while they try and fix this is nonsensical. Sure, bring out the pitchforks, but let's direct them more efficiently than that. Regarding pitchforks, the server performance of Connery over the past 7 weeks has 100% been unacceptable. This is not a free service. A lot of people pay a significant amount of money per month to use this service, and they deserve healthy, functional servers. Patience is good, but just quietly grinning and bearing it will not fix it. It is important to make noise about it, but the right type of noise. While Reddit is the main place for the community to communicate, it's generally not good noise because Reddit is so overwhelmed with other noise. By all means, have a discussion, bring it up, make sure it stays a relevant topic, but don't depend on that as your action to fix the issue. The number one thing you can do is put in a customer service ticket. Not just that, but keep the ticket open and update the ticket with additional details every night you have a problem. The endeavor will feel worthless. You'll get a response back from a customer service representative looking for generic information, a lot of it not relevant to the problem. But bear in mind that these people are not experts. They are not network engineers. They are not software engineers. They are the messengers. They're there to grab a little bit of information and have it ready for the people that can actually do something. So please patiently play along with that process, even though it doesn't seem helpful. There's a couple things that are happening here. A, they may glean a little bit of information just checking your IP address. But B, what it will do is help gauge the magnitude of the issue. If Reddit says that everyone is having this problem, but only 100 people submit tickets, it's not an issue that can really be taken seriously. There's a lot of alarmists on Reddit. If the entire server is having issues, it really does help if everyone that logs in does put in a ticket. That will trigger the network engineers to really understand how widespread the problem is, and will also alert project managers, producers, directors, team leads. Hey, we are getting a massive influx of customer service tickets in this one area of our company. Maybe that's a network engineer or software engineer coming off of a different title temporarily to assist in this unique problem. Maybe it's spending a little extra money to hire a third party that specializes in network issues. Recently, the community manager, Mithril, after a month into the problem, mentioned that they hadn't received a whole lot of reports. And I think people that had been very diligent and their outfit was diligent in doing this took offense to that. But please bear in mind that there's a lot of casual players. There are a lot of players that are not dialed in to all the communication of community. And if only a small percentage of the people actually logging in are willing to put in the effort to put in a report, then the issue does not look very big. I'm a culprit myself. It took me about 4 weeks to get in my first customer service ticket, even though I was having issues the whole time. Again, I did use the /bug report. I would encourage using that as well, but definitely use the customer service ticket system in addition. One disappointing part of this is the lack of communication. It would be nice to get a weekly update on the subreddit that said something like, hey guys, this week we tried tweaking this, let us know how it's going. Using the Reddit forum can feel very frustrating and time-consuming trying to do communication there. They are trying to maintain communication on this topic on the official forums. You can see a sticky thread in the bug report area for updates on this issue. The community manager is also trying to keep up with additional communication on all topics on the official forums. On top of that, I know everyone would like to hear more from Rel or some sort of technical lead. I can assure you he is there working on it with the networking team. Rel has reached out directly to some members of the community using specific software to try to get additional troubleshooting information. I know more people want to be involved in the data gathering process. Unfortunately, the gathering of data involves sharing information that could potentially open the servers up to denial of service attacks. So they can't just do a Reddit post asking for everyone to send traceroute data. Anyone that can do that and include it in a customer service ticket, that's very helpful. But when they're gathering traceroute data to specific server IPs, they can't post that information for the entire internet to see. But again, rest assured, they are doing that. As I'm recording this video, I just finished up a play session after the team at Rogue Planet Games and Daybreak Games made some adjustments to the Connery server. My experience was significantly improved. I can't say perfect. When we got down to the 30-minute mark on Hawson, I started to run into some of those same latency issues we've been seeing for the past 7 weeks. But when we moved to the new continent, big fight at ISA, it all was perfect. My normal low latency. Soul Soldiers, I realized it really would have been nice to see that first step 5 weeks ago, but we did take a step in the right direction the day before this video is released. Additional people going on, loading it up, gathering information, putting in tickets when they do have issues, letting them know what time it happened. I would recommend giving information on how long was the continent open? Were you in the middle of an alert? Stuff like that. Any information that might give them clues as to when these latency issues are cropping up. But for the first time in 7 weeks, my play session was mostly good, as opposed to previously where it was mostly latency, which with a couple functional moments, it's the opposite spread now. As I say that, if it gets busy again and people shift back from Emerald, maybe we're right back to square one. But hey, that's information we need. Is this just due to Connery having less players, or is it actual solutions? On the G15 errors, I realize it's a similar frustration. That's again another difficult bug to solve because, for example, I haven't really faced the G15 errors. There is definitely a large group of people that have had to deal with them. So get those customer support tickets in whenever they happen. Just know it's not a situation where Daybreak Games can go, oh, everyone has them. So the overall message is your frustration is understandable. I am not the messaging manager for Daybreak Games, guys, so I'm sorry if it could have been done differently. Please help by submitting the customer support tickets. I know it feels futile, but it really does help in more ways than one. Don't just lean on the crutch of, oh, everyone's having the issue. I would even go so far as to say, if you have never had a latency issue on Connery, please submit a ticket as well, so that then the network engineers could say, oh, this person it's working fine for. And finally, while your frustrations are all well-founded, please do not give up hope and maintain patience. While I certainly am a proponent for merging servers, just because I would love to have my Progress character on a super busy server like Emerald, I also see the strong merit of having 2 American servers up at all times, same with 2 Euro servers. That way, if there is an issue with one, whether it's Connery or sometimes it's Emerald, at least people have another server to go to. If we all go to one and it goes down, then you're stuck playing across an ocean. Okay, fellow Araxians, sorry for our diversion from our regular scheduled programming of advanced training guides. I will be back to that next week. I just felt it really necessary to touch on this latency and let people know that there are really things going on behind the scene working on it. I'm sorry the communication is not exactly what everyone would like to see. But I'm going to go do a little bit more testing. It's been playing the best it has been in a while. That'll be all for now, fellow Araxians. And until next time, I will see you Planetside.